Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so just got through watching the Luka Doncic introductory press conference. You know, I just I have never seen a person this unhappy to put on a Laker uniform. I don't take it personally in any way. I just understand how dirty Dallas just did him and how much he cared about that fan base and that city. And if it wasn't clear to us that this was something that he didn't want, it was in this press conference. He said that there was absolutely no chance, and he didn't say it in those words, but no chance he wouldn't have signed that $345 million contract. So the idea that Nico, was going to be on the clock if he didn't hurry up and get Luka out of here because he didn't want to be in a position to figure out whether or not Luka was going to take it or not. Luka was, as we all figured, never had any intention of turning down $345 million. So that was filibustering on Nico's part, in my opinion. Looking back on that, but yeah, man, I literally have never seen anybody this unhappy to be a Laker, never. And it's not personal to the Lakers. This would have been the feeling anywhere in the league. I'm certain of it, because when you have your mind set on being a certain player for a certain team, you look at Dirk Nowitzki and how he played his entire career with that team. I'm sure Luka had dreams of doing that, winning the championship there, fought there. And it's not just that he has to leave there. It's not just that the money, $112 million out of his pocket. I don't know how he feels about that. Some people are really emotionally tied to the things in this world. I don't know Luka at all, or of his character in that way. But you add that to it, and then you think about just like the way that they did it. The castaway, thief in the night, while he's injured, trying to come back from an injury, ready to go, back to the finals that he was just with the Dallas Mavericks 5 minutes ago. You think of the perception, the outside perception of the Lakers and how we can tend to be a clown show. It's like, is he really being traded to a good situation? He has to wonder. And just like them airing out the fact that he's chubby and stuff like that. It's a 25-year-old dude. This is not like he's a grown man, secure in himself all the way and stuff like that. He may not be. You know what I mean? He may have already been dealing with some things mentally, which would drive him to have the weight issues, which would have drove him to drink. You know what I mean? You don't know what a guy been dealing with. You don't know what a person dealt with in their life, things that we don't know about and stuff like that. I'm not trying to put nothing on Luka, but having been 40 years old, you can tell when somebody's been through something that nobody really know about. He may have been in some situations that may have driven him, So it's like, I don't know. I just think the Dallas Mavericks did him dirty, and I hope he can find his happiness here. I don't look at him as a journeyman. I don't think he gets traded again. I really don't. Not anytime soon, anyway. Not before he's in his late 30s, something like that. But like, I just hope he's able to find his way, But you gotta be open to it. And everything is so fresh. This happened less than a week ago, so it's gonna take some time for him to go through the stages of grief, which I think are natural, especially given what his age is and what it is that just took place and all the different things that happened with it, the uncertainty of what he's coming into, the way the fans are in Dallas are handling him not being there. I'm sure there are a lot of things that he still has to figure about how they feel, if they're gonna, be okay, you know what I mean? Or if some of them are going to wonder if he actually forced his way out, even though he's telling everybody clearly he was not. It's just, I walk away from that press conference sad. And I'm getting a top 3 player in the NBA, but I feel like he did so dirty that it's almost like you can't, really be happy for him. I know he's coming into a great situation if we do what we're supposed to do. I know he's coming into a great fan base. It's going to expand his wealth beyond his dreams. I know that. But like, what is wealth when you had genuine love with a city? What is that when you have an opportunity to spend your entire career with the same team and get to the finals with them and stuff like that? Well, it depends on the person, But for me, I understand Luka is going through the most difficult time of his professional NBA career, and you hate to see it. You hate to see it. You hope that he turns it inward, works on whatever he needs to work on, and then comes out and takes it out on the rest of the league. You hope that he's able to be embraced. with the familiarity of some of the people in this uniform who know him. Coach knows him. You know, Dorian knows him. Wood knows him. Markeith and Maxie, his big bros, they're coming with him. So it's like, I don't know what their role is going to be on this team, or if we end up moving him for whatever. But it's just, you know, you have to hate it for him. The Mavs were very close, and you know, you just look at the people he's leaving behind. You know what I mean? There's some people there that he really, really love, I'm sure. When you're the face of their franchise, they had brought a team to you full of guys in that locker room that look like they really got along. I think about Kyrie Irving. You know what I mean? And how he and Kyrie have grown close, from what I understand. Like, that's not an easy situation to leave when you got them type of people there that you have to leave behind. You know what I mean? Against your will, like a thief in the night. When you thought you're going to be there your whole career, and you know you've earned what it is that they're essentially saying they don't believe you deserve. It's like, yo, that's too much. That's too much. So I just walk away from that feeling a certain way. I saw pictures of Anthony Davis in a Mavs uniform. I think he's putting on a big face, but I think he feels betrayed. There's something behind the smile that shows me an energy like, you MFers. That's the energy I'm getting behind Anthony Davis's smile. Like, I can't believe they did that. They really did. They really sent me, like, that's the type of smile. You really, like, that's the energy I'm getting from Anthony Davis. But I say to Anthony Davis, you know, I don't think that any organization in the league would have turned down this opportunity. Especially when you have the timeline that we're ultimately going to be transitioning into. There's no team that wouldn't have done this. So I would say to Anthony Davis, you have every right to take it personal, but outside sources and people around you, anyone other than you probably is going to look at this and say, yeah, this is practical. The Lakers have to do this and have to do it now. And so for AD, I appreciate AD, and I don't like the situation he's going into. The resentment that's going to be pointed at his unit this year and probably a couple of years since they've done this. But, you know, his talent and his drive is going to will his team to success as well. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Lakers and the Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals at some point in time. Like, driven by both of these guys who just feel like they've been done wrong. But in my opinion, you have to do this if you're the Lakers, and if you're the Dallas, you definitely do not do this. You don't do this. So I don't really feel too bad for AD. But I do appreciate him. You know what I mean? I appreciate him a lot. And I am sad, extremely sad to see him go. And so this is not the greatest situation for a Laker. If you're a Laker fan who's aware of how kind of life is and stuff like that, you don't find yourself overly excited about this as it pertains to just the energy that this brings to your team. You could potentially have a superstar that's depressed or sad to be here, or not happy to be here, but it's just like anything else. I wouldn't confuse that with the idea that he can't wait to leave this place, because it's not about where he lands, it's that he's no longer in Dallas and the circumstances from which he left. I think he would love to make a home here. I think he's going to love LA. And since he's coming here at 25 years old, this is a great time to join this city as a rich person with a lot of fame. You know, he's going to find a lot of good things out here. And so I think, you know, as a person, it's time to make good decisions, not just with your body, but off the court. Because when things like this happen to you, 25 years old, you're a new dad, now you don't make bad decisions. That's the key for Luka Doncic over the next 12 months while he's dealing with this circumstance. To lock in and, do what he needs to do to have his spirit right, so that he doesn't do anything that would otherwise ruin his life worse. Because this is what kind of spirals people sometimes, especially when they struggle. So that's what I would tell him if I knew him. Like, if I knew him, I'd be like, yo, now's the time to get right in areas that don't have nothing to do with basketball. Work on yourself, talk to somebody, whatever you do, you know what I mean? But do that for yourself so that you don't let this bring you into a space that's not positive. You know, bring you into a space where you're not performing, bring you into a space where you're not healthy or not driven, you know what I mean? So that's what I would tell him. But yeah, man, on the human side of things, I just feel miserable. And y'all know how I am. I'm not a surface level guy. I'm not sitting there, oh, Luka's here, all right, let's play ball. It's like, nah, what's going on with the human being? Is he okay? Nah, he don't look okay to me. That smile, nah, that's not a real smile. He's not happy. Let's talk about that. So that's who I am. And that's how I approach everything. Um, so yeah, man, I feel terrible for Luka Don. I feel terrible. I'm happy he's here. I'm looking forward to embracing him. I think that energy can make us care for him even more. Take him under our wing. You know, it's an organization that we've seen it all, man. You know what I mean? When you talk about grief, we've been through grief. When you talk about success, we know success. There's nothing we haven't seen twice. There's no circus we haven't dealt with 3 times over. Like, there's nothing in the NBA that we haven't seen. This ain't that abnormal for us. This is the most shocking trade in NBA history, and I would tell you that we, as an organization, as a fan base, would expect ourselves to be involved in something like that. That's how this Laker journey has been for the last, beyond my years, probably 50 years. And it's like, oh, if something wacky happened, it probably was us. We're probably involved. We expect it. And so with that, I just say, Luka, you came to the right place, bro. Because whatever it is you're dealing with, believe me, there's somebody in our organization that can help you through it. And we're still mourning Kobe. This has only been 5 years. We are still very hurt by that. And so you're coming into a place of healing as it pertains to this building, crypto.com arena. You're surrounded by a bunch of fans who know grief. You know, we know it as a together organization in a different kind of way. And so that's what I would tell them. Like, you're going to find home here if you want it. You're going to find healing here if you want it. And you definitely going to be motivated by the championships and the glory that we've had. And you look up at them banners, you're going to understand. You look at the names up there in them rafters, you understand that you're amongst those guys. You are of them. All you got to do is be yourself, and you're going to be up there. All you got to do is be yourself, and you're going to be out there in one of them statues. So that's what I would tell them. Like, Dallas, those people are ready to give you a statue right now. They're going to retire 77 immediately. They're going to treat it like you've passed away. And they're going to mourn for years to come. And they hope you return. That's the truth about Dallas fan base. But us, you know, we're about one thing here: championships. And once you have that parade down Figueroa, you understand that this wasn't a bad thing that happened here. This was a very good thing for your basketball journey. And sometimes, you know, the universe worked in mysterious ways. If you believe in God, he works in mysterious ways. Sometimes the things you think are the worst end up being the best thing possible. It sends you into a path that was way better than what it is you were on. His ways are better than our ways. That's what I try to live by. And this, in regards to heartbreak and betrayal and disappointment, can spiral a person one way or another. So I would tell him, just let it drive you to being a better basketball player, a better leader. I understand that we're excited about having you, and we care about how you feel about leaving Dallas and ultimately coming here. So that's what I would tell Luka, man. I'm not interested in X's and O's right now. We're interested in his well-being, and hoping that he's ready to embrace the possibility of things being fantastic in a new place. And we'll be patient with the healing. I don't expect his body language to be that great right now. And we're gonna help him through that. You know, as a fan base, I'm sure we'll cheer him in a special way. Try to get him to understand what he's going through isn't a mistake. It may not be the greatest path toward his championship, but this is the path that he probably should want to be on. When you consider just the history, man, the odds of us winning the championships with him in this uniform are pretty damn high. And given the fact that we have 17 of them in every single era the NBA has had us. So that's what I was telling him, man. We win here, bro. And you came to the right place. Dallas is a winning organization because of Dirk Nowitzki. and that is something that, you know, I'm sure Luka wanted to add to. He went to the finals. They got to, if I'm not mistaken, the second round, or the Western Conference Finals. I don't remember exactly how they went against the Clippers. I thought that was the Western Conference Finals, but I don't believe so. But I think he made it to the Western Conference Finals, lost to Phoenix or something like that. I think that was the year. Maybe it was Golden State. I don't know. But I think he went to the Western Conference Finals with Jalen Brunson. That was another situation that Dallas did. That was a head scratcher. They had a chance to sign Jalen Brunson to a short deal. They denied him that. He would have signed it. He decided after they did that to ultimately dream of New York, and then they moved on from his running mate there. Brought in Kyrie Irving. He was excited about that, but now they shipped him out. So I don't know, man. If I'm Luka Don, I'm feeling all of this. I'm thinking about all of this, and you know, I think he should let it drive him. I expect Anthony Davis to unleash hell on us when we see him as well. I do. I expect for him to unleash holy hell on us. I sense a great deal of resentment from Anthony Davis. I do. So, but at the same time, like I tell him, man, we appreciated Anthony Davis. His number is going up. You got us a champion. You a Laker champion forever, bro. Ain't no way around that. And I do not think that LeBron James had anything to do with you being shipped out. I don't. I really don't. And so that's what I would say to AD. But yeah, man, listen, man, we got one of the best players to ever play this game at 25 years old. That's what you did. Very, very few individuals have been able to make all NBA teams every year at 20 years old all the way through the year 25. Dallas just did something extremely stupid. It ain't deeper than that. We benefited from it. We gonna enjoy Luka the Don so long as he can heal and turn back into the Don that he is, which shouldn't be too hard because basketball comes extremely easy to this person. And we got to surround him with the right pieces that can make his team good. And LeBron James take him under his wing. Laker Nation take him under our wing. And let's be sensitive to his circumstances. That's what I would tell all of us. Let's be sensitive to his circumstances. Because a lot of us can't relate to what he just went through professionally. And, you know, he's a wealthy man, so a lot of people don't want to hear that, especially people who've lost their homes. All the more reason why I think he's coming to the right place because, you know, we're healing from that too. We literally just went through the fires. You know, a lot of people have a lot of rebuilding to do. And him coming to this team, I'd imagine, it's going to be a great thing for a lot of those people who are diehard Laker fans. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of healing going on in LA, man. We got to rebuild. We got to resurface. We got to rise back to the championship glory that we belong. You know, Valerio hasn't been here in about 5 years. That's too long. That's too long. We don't like that. We need banners. And so that's really what it comes down to. Luka's going to help us do that. LeBron's going to help us do that. And now we just need Rob Pelinka to try to use what it is we have to give them a competent roster for now and then build something special over the next several years. And as we do that, I think a banner will be hoisted. History tells us it's going to be. So that's pretty much what I got to say. We got a Laker Clipper video coming up very soon. I'm going to finish my breakfast and then do that video. I got a lot to do today. But, you know, I wanted to get this out after the press conference and just say Luka is hurting right now. You know, but he came to a place of healing and he came to a place of championships. And that's exactly what we're going to heal ourselves with. So we're going to be patient. We got to build, but we're going after it. We're going to take our wrath out on all these people who didn't believe in us. All these people who wanted to keep us from what it is we needed to complete our team. All these people that want to do wrong by the players that we now have in our uniform. We're going to get all of y'all back, for sure. Dallas, you are definitely op from here on out. I just want to let y'all know that. I'm rooting for my guys, Max Christie, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis. Y'all got some players on that team that are near and dear to my heart. But I'm telling you this, y'all op for how y'all did Luka. But we coming after y'all. BDL 44, I thank y'all for watching. Out.